6:35 right now, and housing data over the past week confirms that activity is picking up, but prices remain about 35% below those peak levels back in 2006.
So if you are ready to take the plunge as either a buyer or a seller, Jill Schlesinger from CBSMoneyWatch.com joins us now with some advice. She's up in New York. Hi, Jill. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
All right, let's start with the sellers. What are the common mistakes they can avoid?
Well, you know, my mom's a realtor. She's been one for years. She says the #1 mistake sellers make is pricing a home incorrectly. You've really got to keep your emotions in check and identify the comparable sales in your neighborhood. And remember, a house that's seen as overpriced will still be seen as overpriced even when you lower the offer. Next, realtors tell me that when homes are in poor condition, it's tough to sell them. That's why staging has become part of the process. Also, make sure all existing structures on the property are legal. You need permits, certificates for things like sheds or pools, fences. And one of my favorite attorneys says sellers should gather their deeds, their title policies, and existing surveys before they put the house on the market. That can really help you avoid a lot of headaches down the road.
I bet, sure.
Mama Von Teal, my mom is also a realtor, and she said the same thing, that overpricing is the biggest issue she has.
Yep.
So on the other end of things, what about buyers?
Well, you know, I think the single biggest mistake buyers make is to not run the numbers. You really need to determine if you can afford to buy, and actually whether renting or buying is the better option. It really is different based on your area and who you are. Next, some buyers think they don't need a lawyer, that they can just use the mortgage company's lawyer. This is an accident waiting to happen. Lawyers protect your interests. Hire one. And finally, some skimp on a home inspection. I would say it's really important. Make sure you hire an engineer to evaluate your purchase. On MoneyWatch.com, we've got a new one here. I fritzed up our smart home buying tips, so you can go on to MoneyWatch and check it out. It is springtime, and I think things are starting to pick up activity-wise.
All right.
She fritzed it up. All right, we'll do.
Thanks, Jill.
Thanks, Jill.